You woke up, you're blessed. You tired hearing me say that? I don't give a goddamn. If you woke up, you're blessed, fam. Goddamn, that's right. With some good tea in your life too, fam. Anyway, this little short live is gonna be a little different thing, fam. So sometimes I record it. I woke up in the morning, taking my morning shit, and shit popped your head always. Time, when you wake up, hitting your wake and bake, take your morning shit, and then start thinking this shit, right, fam. So I said, let me record it. You know what I'm saying? Before I forget it. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting old. You know what I'm saying? So check this out, fam.
What's crackling, fam? What's crackling? Boy, I'm no punk. I'm no punk with no just for you, fam. As I sit here and take my morning dump, fam. As I take my morning dump, some shit just came to my head. You know what I'm saying? I was watching the video, right? And it was these called missionary dudes, you know what I'm saying, going to Israel. To Israel, you know what I'm saying? They went to Israel and I don't know who they trying to talk to, whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got these got Muslims out there, they got Jews out there. I don't know what these Christians want out there, but they need to get their butts out of there quick, fam. I watched the video out there, some little marble, some Jewish little demons. It's by teenagers, you know what I'm saying? Real belligerent, they were little savages. You know what I'm saying? Walked up to the lady, the Christian lady, it was hog spitting on her. Get out of here. Saying F Jesus. F Jesus. I was like, wow, I know. Once they said that, I'm like, damn. I said, these motherfuckers are real fucking, I don't know, they're real brutal, you know what I'm saying? Why would they say something like that? I don't know nothing about religious too much, you know what I'm saying? I don't know too much about religions, right? But I looked up, right? I see a lot of Americans, right? Go to a Christian society, go to church and everything, this and that, right? And they showed the Gaza, right? It's torn up, this place. I'm torn, every building is like damn demolished. You have little kids walking around the streets there with their little brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers are gone. You know what I'm saying? Little kids starving, they don't know what to do, just wandering the streets. The streets that's left over through rubble. Who's gonna feed these kids? There's many of them out there, thousands of them just walking around like, wow, this is some crazy shit. We think about war. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these Americans out there had their comments, they was talking like, they need to blame Hamas. They need to blame Hamas. I tell you like this here. Hamas is not no goddamn army. This is the Gaza. Look how small this is. The Israelis then took the Gaza and shrunk it. With the help of the Americans and the Brits. The Brits, especially ones who gave them that land. You know what I'm saying? I got videos and footage when these Jewish people had the Holocaust in Europe and Germany and things like that there. Where did they go to? They went to Palestine. They welcomed these people with open arms. They welcomed the Jews into Palestine with open arms. The Jews was looking real rough and beat up through wartime. 4 years of going through this crazy shit, you know what I'm saying? Getting released out of concentration camps and everything, right? So you would think these people who done through all this misery would be kind people, would be grateful to the Palestinians. But no, this shit's in their DNA, fam. This shit's in their DNA. You know what I'm saying? They're real destructive, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real destructive. A couple of years later, a few decades later, not about 2 decades later, what they doing? Taking shit over. Having goddamn wars, 6-day wars and every goddamn thing. How does these people, refugees, who goes to Palestine, the Brits and Americans, the French, everyone gives them the land, takes their land and gives them this and name it Israel, right? And now these Jews from Europe, or Caucasus Mountains, where they come from, now they say that they're the chosen ones. How can they be some kind of chosen ones, right? When it's not their land. It's not their goddamn land. So
chosen land.
Chosen ones. The land was chosen by the Western society to give to y'all. It was always a big plan from day one. I'm trying to tell you like this, fam. This been up since day one, a goddamn plan. Give them this here, and then we're gonna take it over. If you look at Palestine, right, back in this footage, look on the internet there, look at the footage of how the Palestinians look back in 1920s. Type in Palestine pictures 1920s. Them goddamn people look darker than me. Where are they now? Where are they now? Why you see these mixed light looking
Mutts.
Did they push the black ones out? Where did they go? You know what I'm saying? Where did they go? We need to know history about that too. Where are the original Palestinians? Where are they? What have they done to them? They just scattered around now. But it's a big plan, I say, to make this whole thing a big Israel. You see how they all of a sudden they say we moved the embassy, we call Jerusalem. The Western always got something here, you know what I'm saying? Even though Israel is small, like I said, they was given that land by the Western society, right? And not even 2 decades later, they fighting wars. Who could do things like that, huh? If you don't see it's a goddamn plan, then you are a fool. Yes, you are.
Jews run the world.
Plan. And look at it with the nukes.
Not the white man.
Jews. Everyone keep talking about Iran and North Korea. Then do they have nuclear capability? Are they working on it? Are they close to having it? When Israel has this is a long time, but they said they had over 300 nuclear bombs. Just a small little place. Why do they have so much nuclear bombs? Why? You think all them nuclear bombs are just for, let's see, Egypt, Iran, or something like that? Hell, 300 nuclear bombs, I said, fam. And no one has inspected them.
And don't forget, also, they believe it was 1969, I believe the president was Johnson. When the Israelis attacked this Navy ship. They attacked this Navy ship for 3 hours, fam. For 3 hours. They knew who they were. They're supposed to be allies. But they still attacked this American ship for 3 hours, fam. No one said nothing about it. The government didn't say nothing about it. The president, there was Johnson. He didn't send no help. They scrambled their radar so they couldn't call to nobody. And no one said a goddamn thing about it. This is Israel attacking America, 1969. Most people don't know about that, dear. Type it in your Google, YouTube, whatever, and watch what I'm telling you about, man. These people are real wicked. You know what I'm saying? No one does nothing to them. When someone criticizes them, you are anti-Semitic. There's something wrong with you and things of like that nature, right? But I don't want to hear that stuff, dear. The Jews are the original gangsters in America. The original gangsters. Dodge Schultz, all these guys there, they were Jews. A lot of them changed their names and stuff like that there, to be, they want to sound like it, but that's what it is. The Jewish people, especially in New York, they got tunnels under New York City, mile-long tunnels. Why? Huh? These people are now getting busted for trafficking, child trafficking, for internal organs and stuff like that there. Huh, say, fam? But no one say things about these people there. But if you do, they'll criticize you. You put some on YouTube, they'll take it away. They'll say you're cyberbullying or some shit there. When you're speaking the facts, you're getting your information from the damn news. But they don't want it to be spread out to the YouTubers. They feel that maybe y'all not too intelligent enough, to comprehend what is going on. You know what I'm saying? These people, man.
No, they'll sit there and cry until we need to inspect these nuclear plants from the Indians, the Pakistanis, Iran, North Korea. We want to see. But Israel told y'all, no, y'all cannot come and inspect nothing. This is what we got. How can this small little piece of land now tell all these big superpowers that, no, you cannot inspect our nuclear capabilities? You know what I'm saying? When it's rumored that they have hundreds of nuclear bombs. You probably need about 10, 20 things now. But these ain't the old Hiroshima joints. That's Second City joint now. No, they got the new shit that's 50 times more powerful than the one that's dropped in Hiroshima, fam. Believe that, fam. This shit can take out goddamn 10, wipe this whole goddamn world out. You know what I'm saying? As we see it now. Remember back when, it was 1986 or 5. And the Chernobyl incident, fam. Chernobyl. That was like a little spill type shit right there. And look what happened. All the way in Germany, we couldn't drink no milk for like 2 years, fam. She was contaminated. It was in the air. So imagine now these people got these bombs here, these nuclear bombs. They said you cannot expect shit. A little small country like that, that was giving it some refugees, you know what I'm saying, who was worn torn.
Ungrateful, ungrateful. That's what they are. Ungrateful. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it was all a plan. It was all a plan to give him inside Palestine. Why send to Palestine? Why send him somewhere? Send back to Caucasus Mountain somewhere it's goddamn cold. So do that shit there. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Or send him to some goddamn European countries or something. But no, they decided to take Palestine because they knew they was weak. You know what I'm saying? They was not warmongering people, and they made a plan. The vibes were a good plan. We'll put them aside there. After that, these people there, these Jewish people there, they're going to treat people bad. You know what I'm saying? You see it during Ramadan. It's Ramadan season right now. I bet you all the shit that's going on there, but they won't put on the goddamn news. They come inside the mosque, the masjid, rather, excuse me, inside the masjids, beating up people making salat, making their prayers. No respect. You know what I'm saying? These people have no goddamn respect, and people will sit there and support them. How can you support these demons? How can you support these demons? If you support them, then you hope you burn the hell with these people. You burn the hell with these goddamn people too. Yeah, because what they're doing, you can say it's wrong. You can try to push your blame on something or some military thing there. We got bombs. You saw the news every goddamn night. Now, they might not show it in your CNN, Fox, all that bullshit. Watch Al Jazeera News and things like that. You get to see what's really going down there. You know what I'm saying? Different news, first posts and things like that. You got bombs. These bombs are hitting them, but residential areas, buildings, people living. Boom. You don't see what kind of military spots there. They blow it up. Then they say they'll blow up a hospital. How can you bomb a hospital? Ain't that a war crime? No one says, the Americans don't say, Brits don't say, no one said a goddamn thing about that. They don't give a goddamn. But that was to happen to them. Imagine someone who did that in America. Have a goddamn war and start bombing hospitals and bombing goddamn buildings. Americans will cry like little bitches. You know what I'm saying? They haven't never had no kind of travesty in their life where they like, oh, they got to keep worrying about someone oppressing them and things like that. They live too comfortable in America. That's the problem is, you know what I'm saying? When things happen, some kind of tragedy, then they come together. Same as 9/11. Blacks and whites wasn't fucking rocking until 9/11. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, tell the truth. 9/11, then we come, oh, we're Americans, USA, USA, USA. But what about other people? What about other people there? They don't give a goddamn about no goddamn body. We support these people there. The same as Floyd Sambo Mayweather. Yeah, him. Oh, I support them. For what? Cause you're inside that box thing. They run that shit there. You know what I'm saying? All these sports are run by Jews. So therefore, these little puppets, these athletes and whoever it is, they're gonna do the goddamn dance. They look like goddamn little puppets. The same as a little meathead Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, these people are very wicked, fam. Very goddamn wicked. But no one says nothing about it. Why could they have so much power? Rothschilds and all these other names, you know what I'm saying? And then slavery and all that there. Don't forget about the slavery there. They had money. Jews always had money through all this throughout this times. That's why they got a lot of problems. You know what I'm saying? If someone got some money and doing things, they keep the money to themselves and don't share it. People make problems for them. That's what happens all through time with these people there. You know what I'm saying? Falls in Germany, Tourism in Germany. Yeah, there's about 2%. But it ran the media. What I'm trying to tell you, the media, you know what I'm saying, the news and radio, they ran that there. You know what I'm saying? The big Hitler boys is like, nah, we ain't having that there. It's the same thing in America now, saying, how can they come and just run everything? The Treasury. Remember Greenspan? Remember that? Jewish names? Oh, look at the names of these people here who rocking America are them. So therefore, I always tell you like this here, America is Israel's bitch. Yeah, America's Israel's bitch. They're going to do what they say. They're not going to go against them. Why not? Because skin color? Maybe so. It may feel some kind of camaraderie towards these demons out there. Maybe they do, but I do not. And I say anybody who don't support these dudes out there is Israelis. There's something warped in your brain. There's something warped in your brain. These Americans yelling out, oh, blame Hamas, blame Hamas. Hamas ain't got no army. They don't got no planes. They ain't got shit there. You got some ragtag dudes running with some AK-47s against the so-called strongest military in the world. Or one of the strongest militaries in the world. America ain't fucking them up yet, but far as Israeli. But it gets all the F-16s, all the bombs, everything from America. So it's the same goddamn thing. Just they're dropping their bombs on them. But America is giving them the ability to do that shit there, fam. It shouldn't be that way. But like I say, they're together. They will never break apart. They will never break apart. Most definitely not. Definitely not, fam.
1947 gets a piece of land, and now the so-called superpowers of the world are their bitches. Are their bitches, know what I'm saying? Yes, Jews run everything. Know what I'm saying? They run everything. It's a plan. There got to be a plan some kind of way. I don't know what it is. They run everything. If you don't believe it, check your favorite sports team. Type in who's the owner. Type in who's the owners.
That's what I tell you. You know what I'm saying? They run everything. They own that shit there. Look at the atrocities they have done to black people too over there. You know what I'm saying? Don't run that shit there. They so goddamn, like they whatever. They don't give a goddamn about black people over there. You know what I'm saying? Especially the Ethiopian Jews over there. What's they doing to them? Huh? They take these people, the females, and well, I forgot the word for them. They cannot reproduce again. I forget the correct word, right? Not castrate, but I can't get the correct word. But that's what they doing to the females out there. They've been doing that shit out there, huh? It's fucking, it's fact. It's labeled as no kind of legend or assumed. This is what they've been doing out there. No one says a goddamn thing about it. No one says shit about this. That's why I say fuck Israel. Yeah, most definitely. You know what I'm saying? Well, fuck them motherfuckers. I'm not saying for the Jews, all Jews are bad. No, I'm not saying that. There are a lot of good Jews in my life. Was in the military, your platoon. You got the Jews, they say by names. So there's no kind of thing like that. We're talking about the ones who live out Israel there. The ones who's oppressing the goddamn the Palestinians, who's shrinking the Gaza so goddamn small. Now America talking about we want to move the Palestinians now. Move them. You gave them, they helped goddamn fucking Israelis. Now they take their land, put them in build fences. Build fences, fam. This gets real deep than when we realize what's going on. I've been following this shit since Arafat was alive, fam. Since Arafat was alive. And nothing's changed. It's just the same. And no one cares about this. You know what I'm saying? The kids, these war-torn kids out there walking, you know what I'm saying, who don't got no more parents and things like that. No one gives a goddamn. People put aside the comments, these Americans, oh, blame Hamas, laughing and giggling. Huh? Remember we had the pandemic 2 years ago, 3 years ago, then 2 years ago, what it was? What happened? It was proven how weak America was and how weak Americans was. It was never like 1 week inside the pandemic. That's how it came that Americans live check by check. Check by check. If anything happens, they are done. They are done. You see the pandemic out there? Had the soup lines, fam. It's giving out free food. Had cars back to 5 miles to get a sack lunch. Huh? Was in America, USA. Motherfuckers broke. They ain't got a goddamn thing. Most people got no goddamn, they gotta have $1,000 in the goddamn bank. Now, you can go around and make a survey. How much money you got in the bank? Well, they ain't got that. People live in check by goddamn check. Something was a happen, some catastrophe happened there. They are goddamn done. They are done. Yes, they are fucking done, fam. Yeah. Because they don't know hardship. You know what I'm saying? There was never a war. Someone bring a war to America now. You got foreign people, say Chinese and people like that. Pop up on that shit now. Chinese run through goddamn American cities with fucking guns, shooting shit, blowing up buildings, that goddamn thing. If there was to do some shit like that, some shit to happen, what do the Americans would do? They would fucking panic, run for the goddamn hills. Because they're not used to no hardship. They're not used to hardship. You know what I'm saying? You take away the EBT or some welfare, they all got their news crying. Most countries don't get no kind of social help, no welfare, EBT cards, cheap apartments and shit like that. Most people got it. If you ain't got it, you ain't fucking got it. You know what I'm saying? These females out there having kids who do out the goddamn world. No one giving them money to feed them little kids they got there. They got to go to the street, sell fish, whatever they goddamn do. They got to get out there and work for it. Huh? But not Americans. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got to do nothing. They got to get their hands out. Oh, my kids need to eat. We need some more welfare. We need more child support. We need. That's the fucking weakness that Americans show all the goddamn time. That they cannot survive a goddamn thing. So any catastrophe will happen to America, they'll be goddamn done. They'll be goddamn done. And I'll pray that the Chinese boys will pop on that motherfucker. Huh? There's billions of these people there, Chinese. Not millions, billions of them. You can see a whole 1 million man platoon. Say just a platoon. Just much how big their military is. They have the biggest navy right now. People are not saying nothing about these dudes here. I made a video about 5 years ago about they got called Chinese super soldiers. These dudes 6'3" and above, fam. Buff. No, snorting goddamn whatever the goddamn fucking crystal meth, whatever the fuck it is, was getting swole. They ain't feeling shit, fam. You know what I'm saying? Imagine these dudes come out here with some shit there, knowing some karate or some shit too, fam. America's goddamn they done. American soldiers will be goddamn done, fam. Yeah, they'll be done. Just like back in the 60s and 70s, the 80s with the soldiers there still had a little spunk in them. These young ones ain't got no spunk in them no more. No? They got no more video games. They play video games, be fat and sloppy, whatever it is, then join the military. They ain't doing nothing. If you ain't a grunt, jump out of planes, tanker, you ain't doing some shit like that. They some other normal ass soldier work like some admin job. These dudes are just fat and sloppy, sit around like goddamn like women. So I call them Cub Scouts, fam. There's no way that they could beat some Chinese army, some kind of ground warfare, hand-to-hand combat, just men to men. They'll have to push the buttons. They'll have to push the button. They'll have to nuke these motherfuckers. There's so many of them, fam. You know what I'm saying? Wait, that's my little show about the Jews and stuff and things like that. Even the Christians out there, like I said, who supporting these Jews out there. You know what I'm saying? They're out there spitting in the faces of missionaries. I'm watching the videos of that shit. You can't tell me shit. Watching it there. This little motherfucker has some curls. He must have been a bad one, the curls, because some good ones, but he had little curls, little dudes here. He was about 16, 17, spitting a lady too. They ain't giving no respect. Spitting her. Told to go say F Jesus. They go doing F Jesus, F Jesus, F Jesus. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say, how can Christians support these motherfuckers? They say F Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Didn't they have something to do with them and the Romans? Killed Jesus? Huh? Did the Jews and Romans collaborate and they killed Jesus? So how the hell you got your Christians gonna sit there and be disloyal to your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and support the ones that killed them? Huh? God damn, you Christians are some goddamn disloyal motherfuckers. And I'm out, fam. Peace.